Hello, everyone. Welcome to this fourth match in the T20 series between England and Pakistan. England currently leading the series 1-0 after winning the second game, but the first and the third games were completely washed out. It's been a miserable summer in England, and today's not been much better. Keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to see some cricket today because it's the last game before England fly out to the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean and America. So I'm just keeping my eye on the TV screen now to see what comes up when they go live, see if the covers are on the pitch. Let's hope not. Let's hope we're going to get a prompt start and a game to watch. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and like if you're going to watch all the way through with us. You can comment as well. We'll have a bit of a chat as we're going through. I'll reply to your comments. Bit of interaction. Looks like Josh Buttler's playing today. He was away for his birth of his third child for the other game last Tuesday, wasn't it? Yeah, Tuesday. But it looks like he's back. And good news. There's no covers on the pitch. The players are out practicing. Looks like we're going to get a prompt start. That is good news. I think they must be going to do the toss in a few minutes. I haven't seen the teams yet. I'm sure that the TV coverage will put them up in a minute. I'll let you know what they are. England fly out tomorrow to the Caribbean. Looks like the toss is about to take place. A swapping of the team sheets. Babar Azam and Josh Buttler. Buttler flips it. Looks like England have won the toss and they're going to bowl first. Can only think that's because there's a lot of rain around. According to the weather forecast I've seen for London area, it's forecast thundery showers. So maybe the wicket's a bit green. It's been under cover for the last few days to keep the rain off it. So there might be a bit of movement for the bowlers. I think I can see in the background there that the Mark Wood is warming up. So if Jofra Archer and Mark Wood are playing in this game, England will have a formidable attack. But Pakistan are no pushovers. It'll be a good game. This, they're not a bad side at all. Pakistan. It's just a pity that we haven't seen many of these games. Half of them have been washed out, which is a shame. England might be going to the World Cup a bit undercooked. Don't know what you think, guys. They haven't had a great preparation. And I think the first game is against, is it Scotland next Tuesday? Certainly the first game's next Tuesday. I'm not sure whether it's against Scotland or not, but if I've got it wrong, somebody will let me know in the chat. Yeah, Mark Wood's in for Reece Topley. So Topley drops out. So Archie will be playing. He needs a few overs behind him. Yeah, Babar Azam just saying that if he'd won the toss, he'd have bowled first as well. So I can't see the wicket that they're going to play on at the moment. But the rest of the square does look green. So be interesting to see if they get any movement off the wicket. Should get a bit of seam movement. Can't imagine there'll be much swing. It's cold out there. It's been cold all day here. There's been a cold northerly wind blowing that's kept the temperatures right down. We've had a miserable summer, to be honest. There's not been any summer to speak of at all. When England get to the Caribbean, at least we aren't going to worry about too much about the weather there. It can do what it likes here. We're going to see cricket in the Caribbean. Any comments on this game, guys? Who do you think is going to win? I think England are slightly the favourites. I think they're a slightly stronger team than the Pakistanis. Just watching Mark Wood warming up there off his full run. I wouldn't like to face that. That's too quick for me. Jofra Archer warming up as well. Off his full run up as well. And a big follow through. He's looking fit and ready to go. Still about 24 minutes to the start. Get your comments in, guys, if you've got anything to tell me. Anything to do with this game or the World Cup? Hit a like and a subscribe. Help the channel. Is there any of you going to the World Cup? Is there any of you flying out in the next few days to go watch it? I'd love to go watching cricket in the Caribbean. It must be wonderful. Nice to have some sunshine on your back as well. How long are you staying out there, guys, if you are going? Are you going for the full competition? How long's that lasting? About 3 weeks? 4 weeks? 3 weeks? It must be 3 weeks at least. Are you staying out there for the whole time? Really nice. Salt, Butler, Jacks, Bairstow, Brook, Ali, Livingston, Jordan, Archer, Rashid and Wood is the England side. Pakistanis are Babar, Rizwan, Usman, Fakir, Shadab, Azam, Iftikhar, Naseem, Amir. Can't see for the Shabba. Oh, and Harris. So they've got a formidable bowling attack. And with Fakir and Baba being the two premier batsmen, they've got a formidable batting team as well. So it'll be a close game, this. There's a few dark clouds hanging around the oval, but it's bright at the moment. So hopefully they'll stay away. I think if it is breezy out there, it might just blow the clouds away. Or if any showers do come in, they'll be blown away quickly and we won't get so many interruptions. Hopefully we won't get any interruptions at all. Stuart Broad getting presented with some sort of trophy. He's retired now, but he's still winning trophies somewhere. Mementos. He's on commentary now. Not bad, is it? Go from being a test cricket, international cricket to commentary. Yeah, England will really want to set a marker down for this. They didn't have a great 50 over World Cup last year. It was a bit of a disaster for one reason or another. So England's group is England, Australia, Namibia, Scotland and Oman. India, Pakistan, USA, Ireland and Canada together with West Indies, New Zealand, Afghanistan, Uganda and Papua New Guinea in the other group. And lastly, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Netherlands and Nepal. And 2 teams from each of those groups will progress to the Super 8s. So England play Scotland on the 4th, Australia on the 8th, Oman on the 13th, and Namibia on the 15th. That's their group games. Barbados, Antigua and Antigua other venues, so they don't have to travel to America for any of those groups. I think all the teams will be going to this World Cup slightly underprepared. There's no real season going on at the moment. There's only the IPL, and not everybody's been there. Australia's seasons was over. England's hadn't started. So who's the favourites? I don't know. Australia, because they're the 50 World Cup champions, so they'll be one of the favourites. India, of course, they'll be hot favourites. England don't fancy the chances. Pakistan will be an outside chance. So will South Africa. West Indies might fancy their chances in their own backyard, but they'll be a bit more of a longer price than the rest of the teams. England will really want to win this and win it well. Make all the other teams just sit up and take notice of England. You know, Jofra Archer's back, Mark Wood's back. They've got a formidable bowling attack. Just make other teams just think, hey, well, England are not a bad side after all. And then if Pakistan win this, then that elevates them as well. What do you think, folks? Who do you think is going to win this World Cup? Can England win it and be the first team to retain the trophy? First team to win it 3 times? Don't see why not. Got a good enough side. They've just got to get it all together. In that second match that England won, the middle order batting just let them down a bit. Apart from being for Josh Butler scoring 80 odd, we've had such a good score. Chris Jordan was brilliant in the field, and brilliant bowling at the death. Jofra Archer looked good, took 2 wickets. But we need Moeen Ali, Harry Brook, Johnny Bairstow, just to score a few runs in the middle. Liam Livingstone. Need them to come to the. You can't rely on Phil Salt and Butler at the start of the innings. Butler won't come off every time. We need somebody else to stand up in the middle order. Harry Brooks had a good start to his international season so far. Hopefully he can do it this time. No Sam Curran in the side, but he'll be in the squad to go down to the West Indies, I'm sure. I think he's been playing in the IPL, so he won't be out of practice. He'll be raring to go. Well, they're just talking about Sam Curran now. He's just out there warming up, but he's not playing today. But he is part of the squad. He was player of the tournament and player of the final in the last one in Australia that England won. They're just saying that Mark Wood hasn't played a match since the 50 over World Cup, so he really needs a game tonight. Anybody going to the World Cup? Nice weather in the Caribbean. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the likes. Just helps the channel to progress a bit. Helps us with the algorithm. I do intend to do some of the World Cup matches. I don't think I can do the Australia game. Unfortunately, it's one that I would like to do, but where it comes first, I'm afraid. But I'll certainly be doing England versus Scotland on Tuesday. And I think I get to do the Namibia, the Oman game as well, just not the Australia. Then we'll see where we'll go from there. See if England, well, they should get through to the Super 8s, but it's whether they progress any further from there. It's just a bit strange that the final's on a Saturday, which is a strange one. They usually have them on a Sunday. If England get to the final, I'll take the day off work. I'll book it as an holiday so that I can do a watch along. Your predictions, guys, for this match. What do you think is going to win? England, Pakistan? Players to watch out for. I think if England can get among the wickets early on with Archer and Wood, I don't know whether they'll open together them two, because usually it's Adil Rashid. He usually opens, doesn't he? Or maybe Moeen Ali. One of the spinners, but we'll see. Just looking at the ground, it's nice healthy ground, nice healthy crowd. It's not full by any means. Maybe the weather's put a few people off from travelling down there. But it's still 12 minutes or so before the start. Still got time to fill up a bit more. European Championship starting a couple of weeks as well. I plan on doing a few watch-alongs with those. I think I can do the first 2 or 3 England games. I haven't looked at them all. But if you can join me, please do, for watch-alongs for the European Championships. And then when the Premier League season starts again, I plan on doing watch-alongs for games that I select during the season. And there's still cricket to go during the summer, what summer we've had, but the West Indies are coming over here for a test match series. And then it's Sri Lanka after that. And then right at the back end of the year, September time, the Aussies are here for a series of T20 games and 50 over games. I'm looking forward to that, but it's a strange time to be having those sort of games. I think the last game is right at the back end of September. Well into autumn by then. I'll be surprised if some of them games don't get rained off, but fingers crossed we might get an Indian summer and those games will go ahead, because it's been poor so far. And I think this winter, I think England are in New Zealand. Difficult to do any watch-alongs in New Zealand at the time that games start and finish. It's right the way through the night. I don't think I could keep my eyes open. But you never know. I was thinking about doing watch-alongs for the Test match series this summer as well. But it's a long day, and whether there's any demand for a watch along for a test match. I don't know. The one day game's fine, but test match, I don't know. I'll see. If you guys say that there's a need for it and you'd watch it, then I would do it. But drop me a comment and see what you think. Tell me. There's your mum, boy. There's your mum. Look, there. It's your mum. There's your mum. Just telling the dog his mum is here. Where's your mum? Where's your mum?
Okay. Did you do today?
Do what?
Did you do today?
I'm doing it now.
Okay. Sorry, babe. I really need to wee, babe.
Yeah, thanks for that. All the viewers love to hear that. All the viewers love to hear that.
I did not know.
Yeah. Well, lucky for you, there's nobody watching anyway. So
Yeah, that's terrible.
yeah.
Honestly. Would you?
Hey boy. Hey boy.
Ben. Gwapo mo guys, baby karon. Oy, wow! Look at you. Wow, wow! Wow! Look at this. Why is so gwapo today?
He's had a lazy day.
Is he?
Yeah.
Don't blame him.
Eating and sleeping and walking.
Who's watching you?
Well, according to this,
Yeah, how many?
nobody.
No, they will find him.
Yeah. It's, yours has taken off. You're over 2,250 viewers now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, babe. I buy a chicken, fish, but no chips. You got this food in here if you want.
Yeah, you eat the fish. I ain't bothered.
Honestly, because I'm so
It's all right. Don't worry.
hungry. Okay.
Yeah, not a problem. Just
It's sick.
make me a cup of tea if you want, or a cup of coffee. Game starts in 5 minutes anyway.
What's that?
The match. The game, it starts in 5 minutes. Yeah.
I don't have a computer to watch you.
You watch on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
What's in your box? What you ordered? It's not shoes, is it? It's not shoes, is it?
What you mean? Oh, yes, my shoes.
What is shoes, is it?
Yeah, but it's not the one that I buy.
No.
You know, the one that I buy for, what you call it, for work.
Yeah.
That was only for bills. Alright, come here, baby. Come. I'm so hungry. Hey, my love. Come,
I
baby.
forgot about putting that light on.
Mama. Come, baby. Come, mommy. Here. Come. Good boy.
Shh. So according to this, there's nobody watching anyway.
Doesn't matter, is it?
Yeah.
They will find you.
Yeah, they will. Keep going. It's only the beginning, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I saw that in my thing here.
I was work, all right.
I'll do it now.
Huh?
I'll do it now. Where is it?
I was work, all right.
What's your channel like?
Game Watch Live.
Game Watch Live.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Is it? No, can you find it then?
Let's see if you're registered as another watcher. Let's see if you're registered as another watcher. Let's see if you're registered as another watcher. You have to turn your volume down because it catches it on this mic and you get a repeat. Yeah, put you on the screen. See your comment on screen. The first game in the World Cup is on Saturday night. USA vs Canada, 1 a.m. in the morning. Wow. The teams are coming out now anyway. Umpires on the way. I've just said there's a bit of rain in the air. I hope not. Don't want to lose this game as well, do we? We've lost all the others, except for that second game. Mohammad Rizwan and Barber to open the batting for the Pakistanis. Wood Archer and Jordan. That's a formidable attack. With Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali as the spinners and Liam Livingstone as well. Looks like it's Mark Wood to open the ball in. .45 wickets, an average of 18 from 29 matches. That's not bad. think it might be Babar Azam who's taking the first ball. See what sort of pace there is in this wicket when Mark Wood starts bowling, see if he can get it above 90 miles an hour. Countdown to the start here. It's all show, isn't it, now, this game? Never used to be like this. It used to just turn up and start. Now it's all show. No, it's Mohammed Rishwan to take the first ball, not Babar Azam. It's difficult to tell who they are under those helmets. There we go. Mark Wood on his way. And bowls. Comes forward as batsman, just gets an inside edge. Just dribbles out on the leg side, no run. The batsman's just saying there's people behind the bowler's arm. The umpire will have to sort this out. Because they sit on they actually sit underneath the sight screen, which can't be good for the batsman. I think he just wants them to sit still when the bowler's running in. Okay, comes Mark Wood for his second ball. Ooh. Ball's a ball that's pitched right up, and there was a bit of swing in the air as it went down, and the batsman tried to drive it. It went past the outside edge and straight through to the wicketkeeper. It was a good ball. Batsman actually missed it by a long way. It was a long way off it. And another good ball, just short of a length, coming in at him, hits him on the pads, and they scramble for a leg by. But I think Rizwan will be glad to get to the other end. Yeah, it seemed to just come in at him where the last ball was an away swing. This one came in at him, hit him high on his leg, and they scrambled for the leg by. They must have got an inside edge on that, Rizwan, because they're giving it as a run. Must have been an inside edge onto his pad. So Pakistan are off the mark, 1 for none. Mark Wood's in again and bowls. He bowls a half volley on the leg stump, and Babar has clipped it through mid-wicket for 4. Just asking to be hit that. A full ball on leg stump, and a class batsman like him is not going to miss out on that. Yeah, good shot that. No mid-wicket in place. He's clipped it straight through there, and it's raced to the boundary. It's timed nicely as that. Is in and bowls. short into his body. He seems to get an inside edge that's gone down to backward square. I've taken a single, and that's all. And that's 6 for none with 1 ball to come. Markwood in again and bowls. On the leg stump again. Squeezed away through mid-wicket again. And Jofra Archer fields as he runs round from mid-on. And they take another single. Pakistan 8 for none after 1 over. Just a bit leg side-ish was Markwood there. And that's why the Pakistanis have taken 8 off that over. Cat ball on both sides of the wickets. He should have bowled like he bowled the second ball, just outside the off stump, a bit of a way swing, but he bowling both sides is no good. Jofra Archer to bowl the second over. Bowls off a shorter run than Markwood does, but he's in now and bowls. Bowls outside the off stump. Babar Azam just runs it down to third man. It's fielded on the boundary and they take a single. Archer in again. Outside the off stump. Bit of a inside edge there as the ball swung back into him. It's going all the way down to boundary. Can it be saved? Yeah. Fine leg. Just managed to dive and drag it back, and the square leg came round to clear up. Gets the throw in. 2 more to Rizwan. Pakistan 11 for none. Yeah, definitely a bit of in swing there. Got an inside edge that took it down to fine leg. Good bowling by Archer there. Certainly not where the batsman was aiming for it. He was aiming to hit it through the covers. Great work on the boundary there by the fine leg. Had to run to his left to get it. Archer runs in again and bowls outside the off stump. Bit of a wild swing by the batsman there. Gets it through to mid-wicket. Real swing on the inside edge. Just trickles down to the man who's sweeping on the boundary, and they just take a single. Well, that ball was well wide of the off stump, but he just had a swing across the line, got a bottom edge that took it through mid-wicket for a single. It's only the second over. No need to do that, I don't think, just yet. Archer bowls again. Good length outside the off stump. The batsman drives, goes to mid-on, and it's fielded and there's no run. Babar Azam, 6 off 4 balls, facing Jofra Archer's 5th ball. He comes in and bowls. Short, bouncer, outside the off stump. There's no way he's going to reach that. I went through quickly. Oh, it's given us a wide. So it was above the shoulder height. Josh Butler's not sure about it, but it's given. So you'll have to bowl that one again. Let's see on the replay whether it was over the shot. Oh yeah, it was well over shoulder height. It's almost over head height.
Come here, baby. Come here. Come here.
So in comes Archer again. Balls short outside the off stump. On the back foot, the batsman just plays it straight back to the bowler and there's no run. 88 miles an hour there from Archer. He's getting his pace up after 5 balls. Yeah. Archer's on his way again for his last ball of the over. Runs in and bowls outside the off stump again, a little bit wide. Batsman has a swing at it, trying to drive it through the covers, mistimes it, and it's picked up by the extra cover, and there's no run. End of the over. Pakistan 13 for none. Rizwan 6 off 6 balls. Babar 6 off 6 balls. Yeah, I like them.
Similar of the black one that we.
Yeah, very similar. But they're not sketches, are they? Mark Wood to bowl his second over. Rizwan to face. England still got a man at slip and a gully as he bowls. Ball outside the off stump. Rizwan drives it past the left hand of the mid off and it goes for 4. Lovely shot. Timed nicely. Mid off is wide at just on the edge of the circle there, but he had no chance of getting to that. It went through too quickly. Actually, yeah, he had no chance of getting that. Mark Wood in again, bowls, just short on the offside, but he's driven it through between point and cover, and that's gone all the way to the boundary. There's no man out there at the moment. And that's another 4. So back-to-back 4s for Rizwan. Didn't try to hit that too hard, just leant on it and it flew through the covers. Big gap there between point and cover, and he's put it nicely through. I didn't try and hit it too hard, just leant on it and it sped away with Mark Wood's pace. And he comes again. That's on the leg stump. That's turned away to square leg. Square leg is on the boundary, so he comes in and they take a single. 94 miles an hour, that last ball. Is it raining out there? Thought so. Pakistan 22 for none. It's a good start. Get your comments in, guys, if you've got anything to say about Mark Wood's bowling so far. That last ball, 94 miles an hour. He's getting his pace up as he comes in again. Past the umpire on balls. Short. Pulled, but it just goes straight to the short mid wicket. Didn't really time it. And it's no run. 93 miles an hour. 150k. Mark Wood on his way again. Comes in now, running fast, and he bowls. That's on the leg stump, and that's turned away down to the man on the boundary at backward square leg. Just a single. He's certainly getting his pace up, as Mark Wood, but he's just airing onto the leg stump, which is allowing the batsman to turn him away onto the leg side. He's certainly getting the pace up. I mean, he almost fell over there in his bowling stride. He just needs to adjust the radar more to the off stump as he comes in for his last ball of his over. Past the umpire now, bowls. That one's short. Batsman tries to flick it over the wicket keeper. It's taken by Buttler. I don't think they've given a wide. Everybody was looking at the umpires, but they haven't given a wide. And that's the end of the over. 23 for none off 3. Rizwan 15 and Babar 7. Wow, that should have been a wide. That was well over his shoulder. So Jofra Archer's coming off after just one over, and Chris Jordan's coming on. He comes into bowl his first ball. Full, almost Yorker length, just outside the off stump. Batsman takes a swing at it, and it goes through to the wicketkeeper, but it wasn't far off that off stump, and it looked like it just tailed in a bit as well, a bit of in swing. Good start by Jordan. Yeah, full length. The batsman just played completely over the top of it. It was Yorker length, but just outside the off stump. If it had been on the stumps, he'd have gone. Babar Azam would have gone. Jordan again comes in for his second ball. Past the umpire. Just short of length. Pulled to mid-on. Straight to the fielder. No run. He timed it well enough, did Babar Azam, but picked the fielder out perfectly. Jordan on his way again. Past the umpire and balls. Outside the off stump. Bit of width for Babar Azam. Full and wide. And he's hit it over the top of extra cover. And it goes down to the boundary for 4. Too wide. Too full. He won't going to miss that out. Yeah. Half volley. Swinging even wider. Plenty of width to be able to swing his bat through it. And he's used the pace to hit it over the top of cover and down to the boundary. Jordan comes in again and bowls. Short outside the off stump, and again he smashes it through the covers and down to the boundary for 4. Wasn't a full length ball this time, it was short, but he was on the back foot expecting it, and he's hit it through the covers, same place as before, but wide instead of over the top. So after a good, sort of like, I mean, looking at the batsman there, it's sort of like he sliced it. He's opened the face of the bat to get it through the covers there. $4,000 runs for Babar Azam in T20s. Only Virat Kohli has more. As Jordan comes in again and bowls. That's a full toss. This time he's picked out the fielder on the point boundary, cover point boundary, who's run around. I've taken 2 though. That's 10 off this over, 5 balls. And Babar Azam suddenly is onto a 17. Pakistan 33 for none, with 1 ball left to this over. I think you're right there, simply, Joy. Jordan will be frustrated because he started his over off quite well with 2 dot balls and then has got it for 2-10 off the next 3 balls. Slower ball. Tries to cut it away, does Babar Azam. Plays over the top of it and it bounces twice before it goes through to wicket keeper. No run, end of the over. 33 for none off for Pakistan. Rizwan 15 off 10 balls. Babar Azam 17 off 14. I would imagine, oh yeah, they're taking Markwood off after that last over. Moeen Ali's coming on, so it's a bit of left arm off spin. So England have got a ring on both the offside and the onside. I think the slip will have gone. Moeen Ali comes in and bowls, first ball. Rizwan comes down the wicket, tries to hit it through the leg side. It goes to the man at mid wicket, and there's no run. Didn't really time that. Moeen Ali again into it, bowls. It's just a bit fuller that time. That was on the middle stump, and this time he gets it through mid wicket. Man on the boundary there just comes in. Single taken. Babar Azam. Moeen Ali balls. He's come down the wicket. He's caught it full on. That's been hit for 6. He got right underneath that. Timed it lovely. It was miles back. 6 from the moment he hit it. Almost into the balcony of the members. Yeah, just a couple of steps down the wicket and then just hit it straight back over his head. Couldn't get any straighter than that. Over the top of the sight screen, 6 runs. Good shot. Shorter this time. It's pulled by Babar Azam. Down to mid-on. Fielder on the boundary gets the ball into the wicketkeeper. Just a single. England have got the mid-on and the mid-off set back on the boundary, but I mean, that 6 was dead straight, right in between them. They're never going to get anywhere near that anyway, even if he hadn't have hit it so well. Moeen Ali balls again. Just tossed up a little bit that time. It's turned onto the leg side. To the man on the mid-wicket boundary. There's a good run in as they come back for the second. So Moeen Ali's gone for 10 off his 5 balls so far. Pakistan have moved on to 43 for none. So Moeen Ali again, bowls, short. This time Rizwan sort of like goes to the leg side and then dabs it past wicketkeeper Butler, runs it down to the 3rd man boundary, and it's 4 runs. We have a short 3rd man in there on the circle, and he dived to his left to try and get the ball. He just ran past him. 4 runs. Delicate. 47 for none from 5 overs. Run rate of 9.4. It's a good start. Looks like Jofra Archer's coming on. Taking Chris Jordan off after 1 over and bringing Jofra Archer back on. As he comes in and bowls. Outside the off stump, slower ball. Batsman takes a swing at it but misses it, and it bounces twice as it goes through to Josh Butler. Taking him out. Archer in again and bowls short, and that's punched away off the back foot. Isn't down to the point man. He dives to his right, saves the ball on the boundary. They picked up two to Phil Salt on the boundary there. The point fielder is backward point, so he's had to run 10 or 15 yards to his right to get that ball. Took a dive to his right and just managed to pull it in. Good fielding by Phil Salt. Saved Jofra Archer a couple of runs there. As he comes in and bowls again, that's short. That's dabbed down past the Phil Salt again on the boundary. It was dabbed down to the right of the short third man. He dived and couldn't get it. Phil Salt had to run round from backward point to his left. Does manage to field the ball, but again, that's gone for another 2 runs. It was short and into the batsman, but he managed to run it down past third man's right hand. Good batting. Archer balls again short, and that's smashed through point. Backward point got nowhere near it. It flew into the boundary before it even moved a couple of yards, and that's another 4 runs. Babar Azam was on to 32 off 20 balls. Short ball, he just took a step down the wicket, giving himself a bit of space by standing on the leg side, and just thrashed it through point. Short again, hitting it through the covers again, and that's another 4. On the back foot, Babar Azam again there. He hit it a bit squarer this time, past the right hand of your normal cover. He dived and couldn't save it, and it went into the boundary like a rocket. He's hanging on his back foot, expecting these short balls, and at the moment, the England bowlers are feeding him. Archer comes in again, it's short again, and he's edged it and caught by Moeen Ali. That's short third man. And Babar Azam goes for 36. It was short again, but it was straighter this time. It was short on the off stump, and he tried to run it down to third man. Got a thick edge to it, and it carried all the way to Moeen Ali on the, well, he's a short third man on the circle, and it carried to him, and he caught it low down round his ankles, and Babar Azam's gone. Gone for 36. Caught Moeen Ali, bowled Jofra Archer. Pakistan are 59 for 1, but it's a good start. Just looking at the pictures on the TV here, it looks like it's beginning to rain. What do you think, guys? What do you think to the start? Good start? I think so, don't you? 59 for 1 off 6 overs that are taking this anytime. But see if they can keep the momentum going now that Babar Azam's out, because he was scoring all the runs. They'll be happy to see the back of him. Usman Khan, next batsman. In at number 3. Umpires just showing second power play. So England are allowed 2 more men outside the 30-yard circle now as Adil Rashid comes into ball. Spins one up. It's a full toss. He reaches it hits it through the leg side, but there's a man on the mid-wicket boundary, goes straight to him, throws it in quickly, and it's kept down to a single. But the batsman came forward and met it on the full and just hit it down to the boundary, to the man on the mid-wicket boundary. Adil Rashid bowls again, wide. The batsman's tried to drive it through the covers, got a thick outside edge, and it's gone between backward point and third man all the way down to the boundary for 4 runs. Thick outside edge, but it was a wide full ball. He's tried to thrash it through the covers and got a thick outside edge. And once it beat those infielders there was no chance of him pulling it back in. As Rashid bowls again, that's a leg spinner on the middle stump. He's managed to squeeze it out through the covers. It's a man on the point boundary, Will Jacks, who's fielded it, and they've taken a single. And they're going along at 10 and over so far, 65 for 1. So Adil Rashid comes in to bowl his leg spin again. And it's gone through him and bowled him, middle stump. Might have been the googly, but he didn't pick it, and it went between bat and pad, and he took his middle stump. Superb bowling. Superb. Let's have a look, see if it was the wrong one. Yeah. Through the gap between bat and pad, hit middle and off stump. He's gone for 23. Mohammad Rizwan goes for 23, bowled by Adil Rashid. Great bowling change. Yeah, that was the wrong one. He didn't pick it. He's playing for the leg spin, and it came slightly back into him and took his middle stump through the bat and pad. Lovely bowling. I was saying on the screen that it was the leg spin that didn't turn, but it certainly drifted into the batsman in the air, and that's what made him play down the wrong line. So 65 for 2, England back into it after such a good start, but it's Fakhar Zaman. No, he is a danger man. We'd like to get him out. Adil Rashid would like to get him out very quickly at the number 4 batsman as he comes in and bowls to the left-hander. Gets one that just spins into him on his off stump. He comes forward, plays it out onto the offside. Wicketkeeper runs round and picks it up. No run. So he comes in again and bowls. Again, that's on the middle and off stump, a full ball that he just drives gently down to deep mid-off. Will fields, and they take another single. End of the over. 66 for 2. Successful over for Adil Rashid. 2 new batsmen in now. Fakhar has just had 2 balls for 1. Usman has 5 off 2 balls. So 2 new batsmen. England have dragged this back a bit now. 66 for 2 off 7 overs. At the beginning of that over, it was 66 for none. And Babar Azam was thrashing them all over. But both openers are gone now. Livingston to bowl. His right arm off spin. He bowls it on the off stump. Batsman Thacker comes forward. Plays it straight back at Livingston, who takes a little dive to the right to field it, and there's no run. Comes in, bowling right arm round the wicket to the left-hander, short. Batsman comes forward to that one, trying to hit it through mid-on. Didn't really time it. Livingston gets across and fields, and again there's no run. Since again and bowls. That's on the leg stump. It's turned through mid-wicket. Mid-wicket gets in. They were thinking of two, but a mid-wicket fielder gets in quickly and keeps it down to one. Bit of rain in the air again. Right-hand batsman Usman to face. He's only faced 2 balls, 5 runs. So he'll face the right-hand off spin as Livingston's going to come over the wicket for Usman, where he was going round the wicket for the left-handed Thacker. Comes in now on bowls. Is pulled high in the air over square leg into the field, into the crowd for 6 runs. Livingston didn't bowl an off spinner there. It came in like he was bowling a slow medium pacer. It was short, it was leg stumpish, and he got across and pulled it high right into the crowd, 20 yards over the boundary. Livingston in again, edged. Oh, and it's dropped by Moeen Ali on the edge again, where he caught Babar Azam. This time it's exactly the same. A top edge down to Moeen Ali. He had to drive forward to catch it and dropped it. It was Adil Rashid, not Moeen Ali. It's cut. He dives forward. Oh no, it just bounced in front of him. He did dive forward and it just bounced. I thought he dropped it, but it bounced in front of him. Livingston comes in again. Bowls a full wide one that's mistimed, driven down to mid-off, who fields, and it's a single. 8 off the over. It wasn't a bad over until that pulled 6 over mid-wicket. Pakistan 74 for 2. Get your comments in, guys. What do you think? Is it a good start? Who's on top at this stage? Wicket seems to be all right. It's not doing anything. There's no spin. There was a little bit of swing early on, but England didn't make use of that. It's still raining at the moment as well. Let's hope it doesn't get any harder. It looks like it's getting a bit harder. Moeen Ali bowls. Short. Pulled away off the middle stump. Down to backward square leg. Who gets it in? Just a single. Usman's 13 off 6. That rain's getting heavier now. I can't see him staying on much longer. Notice something in the crowd. Maybe it's something behind the ball. Is that? Yeah, it is. The umpires are going down to the members underneath the sight screen there and just trying to tell someone about moving. Some of the crowd are saying, "Who, me?" He's got his point across by the looks of things. Crowd look a bit perplexed. Oh, me? What? I have done it. I ain't moving. Anyway, Moeen Ali's coming in again, bowling round the wicket this time. It's short, and he's pulled it 6 runs wide over mid-on. He had to reach for it, but he got all of it and swatted it through the leg side, all the way for 6. Pulled it down, didn't Moeen, and the batsman had advanced down the wicket. He had to reach for it. He had to really drag it across, but he managed it. Moeen Ali fuller this time. Oh, and it's a missed stumping by Butler. Thacker came down the wicket, missed it completely, and Butler fumbled it, and chance is gone. Moeen Ali balls again. Short. Off the back foot. Hit through to cover for a single. Just run it out on the offside. Well, that was disappointing. Should have taken that, should Butler. Maybe just couldn't see it because the batsman had gone down the wicket to it. No, he got a good view of that. He should have taken that. It only bounced up bail height and he fumbled it. He should have taken it. Moeen Ali in again. Short. Pulled off his off stump. Down to backward square leg. Fielder on the boundary comes round. Livingston gets it in quickly and it's a single. I mean, it almost bowled him, but it hit his palms of his gloves and ran up his sleeves into his chest. He didn't get it in the gloves. Moeen Ali in again. Pull. It miles up. It's straight up in the air. Surely somebody's underneath this. Is it going to be caught? It is caught. What a catch by Adil Rashid as well. Diving down. That's a superb catch. I didn't think he was going to get there, but that is superb. And Thacker has gone. 9 off 9. I mean, I think that Adil Rashid must have ran round from short third man. We'll see. Straight up in the air now. Adil Rashid was a short fine leg. Really high in the air. He's run around and dived and caught it inches off the grass. Superb. It was over his right shoulder. He didn't get underneath it. It came over his right shoulder and he dived across that way to catch it. Superb catch. Danger man Thacker is out because he can really get stuck into the bowling. And Pakistan all of a sudden are 83 for 3 off 9 overs. New batsman comes in. Shadab Khan in at 5. He's an experienced batsman, 100 matches. Adil Rashid comes in and bowls. That's on the leg stump. It's turned down to the short backward square leg. They've run through for a quick single. The fielder has a shy at the stumps, misses, and is the through for a single. Just showing that catch again off Moeen Ali. It's a real pull to the leg side, and it was a top edge that Adil Rashid took brilliantly. Rashid in for his next ball. Blowing on his fingers to keep them warm, his spinning fingers especially. Balls. Oh, and that's bowled him off stump. It was a ball. I think it was probably the wrong one that spun into his pads, but the batsman had walked out towards the leg side to give himself room. It hit his pads and deflected onto his off stump. Awful way to get out because it was never hitting the stumps in a million years, but he's gone. Just see that again. Yeah, it takes a step to the offside, onto the leg side. It's his back leg high up and deflects back onto the off stump. And he's gone. Shadab Khan's gone first ball. And Pakistan are collapsing a bit here, 84 for 4. And Adil Rashid have been involved in the last 3 wickets. They didn't have to do that, the Pakistan batsmen, because they're still going at 9 and over even at this stage. Didn't have to throw wickets away like this. But in comes the wicket keeper now anyway. He's a big fella. But if he gets hold of it, it goes a long way. Azam. What do you think, then, people? Are England the favourites to take this now? The spinners have bowled really well. Moeen Ali and Adil Rashid have bowled superbly. Our fast bowlers did bowl fast, but were wayward and let them get off to a good start. But the spinners have brought us right back into it now. And I think we're on top here with 4 wickets down already. What do you think to that catch then by Adil Rashid? One of the better. I'd have put money on him not catching it. He wasn't underneath it, and it was coming to him over his right shoulder, and he took it inches off the grass. I thought it was a superb catch. What do you think's a good score on this pitch then? It looks like you can score easily if the bowlers are a bit wayward. I mean, Pakistan are going at 9 and over, but have lost 4 wickets and still going at 9 and over. So, I mean, what would you think is a good score? 170, 180? Can Pakistan get there? So anyway, it's the wicketkeeper facing now. Adil Rashid bowls. One that full on the off stump. He pushes it forward. It goes out to cover point. The non-facing batsman had come so far down the wicket that they had a go running him out at that side, and it wasn't far off. Hey, boy. Jofra Archer having a go, and he had to dive to get in. He didn't hit the wickets, but he had to get the dive out. Otherwise, if it had hit the wickets, he would have been out. Adil Rashid bowls. That's a ball on the middle stump. Batsman comes forward, inside edges into his pads. It goes out onto the offside. No run. Lucky he didn't go back onto the stumps. So Adil Rashid comes in and bowls again. Full. Outside the off stump, batsman takes a wild swing at it, misses it completely. Wicketkeeper takes it. No run. Don't know whether Azam looks like the sort of guy who can play a long innings. He has a wild swing at that, and it only just missed the off stump. Rashid bowls again. The wrong one that comes into him. He plays it out on the offside, on the onside to mid wicket, who does the fielding, and there's no run. And Rashid, after 2 overs, has 2 for 8. Superb bowling. Dog thinks it's time to play. If you can hear him, the dog wants to play. Usman Khan, 15 off 8. Azam Khan, none off 4. 84 for 4. Off, what is it? 11? 10? Usman to face. Mark Wood back on. Mark Wood runs in and bowls short. Oh, is that bouncer at his head? He's managed to swat it away down to backward square. It's fielded, and there's a single. But he got in all sorts of trouble there. He was in no position. If he'd missed that, that would have castled his helmet. Yeah, like they're saying on the TV there, genuine pace from Mark Wood. It's his first ball back after his rest, 91.5 miles an hour. That's quick for a first ball. It's really coming down a bit now, that rain. It's getting heavier. Mark Wood on his way again to bowl. Bowls. Another short one. Batsman ducks. Goes down over the leg stump. Wicketkeeper takes it, but the umpire decided that's a leg side wide. I'm not sure about that myself. It went over the batsman. Sure, it went over the batsman. Let's have a look at that again. Yeah. I think everybody was a bit surprised. Yeah, it went over the top of the batsman. He bobbed down, it went over the top of his head. I don't see how that's so wide. So Mark Wood turns again, runs into bowl. That's a short one. I think that's hit the batsman. I think he's been caught. Yeah, he's been given. It must have hit his gloves, and he's been caught behind by the wicketkeeper. And it looks like Azam's gone. Is he going to review it? He's not sure. It looks like he's not sure. He can review it if he's not sure. But otherwise, he never looked like he was going to face Wood with any confidence. Just showing it again. Short ball. And no, that's off his shoulder. I don't think it touched it. Why hasn't he reviewed it? I don't think it touched his gloves. First thing he did was go like that on his shoulder. Did it hit his glove? Oh, yeah. Glove first, then shoulder. Yeah, definitely. That's why he's walked off. Difficult to see at full pace. He never looked comfortable, didn't the wicketkeeper? Not against that sort of pace. And Pakistan have been reduced to 86 for 5. Hit his gloves and his shoulders, then went high in the air. And Josh Butler had to run round to his left to take the catch. That rain in the air now, they're just putting a bit of sawdust down. They must be getting a little bit greasy on the top there. Mark Wood putting some sawdust on the crease there where his front foot lands. Don't forget to hit a like if you're enjoying it. Simply Joy. Thanks for watching. Iftikhar Ahmed is the next batsman in. Mark Wood runs in again to bowl. Just short of a length, just outside the off stump. He's managed to get an outside edge that's flown down to the boundary. The backward square, it flew past his left hand. He'd never no chance of getting to that. And the man on the third man boundary only had to run about 10 yards to his right and got nowhere near it. That's the pace of Mark Wood. It was just an outside edge. He's defending that. But backward point couldn't get round to it, and neither could the man on the third man boundary. That went like a rocket. Mark Wood comes in again and bowls short. Batsman tries to pull it, mistimes it, gets a bottom edge that runs out to the man at mid wicket, who comes in, gets the ball in, and it's a single. You growling at? There's a few umbrellas going up in the crowd now. Must be getting heavier. Did say that there's going to be thundery showers in that area of the umpires. Are they talking about taking the batsman off? Looks like it. Looks like they're bringing some covers on. Yeah, they're going off. I think it's getting heavier. Yeah, they are. They're coming off. It's getting a bit persistent. Is that they're going? Yeah, hopefully it won't be for too long, but they're going to get that wicket covered up quickly before it gets too wet. Certainly the England players aren't in a hurry to get off the pitch. They would have carried on, but the batsmen have soon ran off. You can see on the screen it's a steady drizzle. Umpires are going to hang around for a bit, though. They're hoping that it's just a short, sharp shower, but they're bringing the big covers on as well, so that don't look good. Yeah, 91 for 5 after 10 overs. England definitely on top. Umpires are staying out there. They're just got their umbrellas out, and I think they're open. It's just a short shower, and as soon as it starts, I mean, Adil Rashid hasn't gone off yet, and it doesn't even look as if it's as hard now as it was a couple of minutes ago. They've got one cover out covering the pitch and the immediate surrounding areas, but they're not bringing everything on. The third umpire there is the one who's carrying the umbrella. He's put it down, and it does look. And we've got a picture of Jofra Archer there, and it does look like it's stopped already. Thanks for liking and subscribing, Simply Joy. Appreciate your support. Simply Joy there says, I wish the rain stops. Yeah, so do I. I think it has. The umpires are still hanging about on the edge of the boundary. They're not going in, so they can't be expecting to be off for long. I don't see any more rain falling. Looks like it has stopped. Umpires are going back out again by the looks of things. Are they going to tell them to take the cover off? The ground staff are out there. Yeah, it looks like they're taking the covers off again. Looks like the England team are coming back down the stairs out of the pavilion. Yeah, it does look like they're going to take the covers away and we're going to get started again. So Usman Khan at the moment is not out 16 off 9 balls, and Iftikhar, he's 5 off 2. The men out are Rizwan bowled Rashid for 23, Babar Azam was cut Rashid bowled Barcher for 36, Zaman was cut Rashid bowled Ali for none. Mark Wood 1 for 25. Jofra Archer 1 for 17. Moeen Ali 1 for 23. And the star of the show so far, Adil Rashid 2 for 8 off 2 overs. $91 for 5 off 10.4 overs. The covers have been taken away. They just had some sort of rubber matting put on the pitch itself, but they're just rolling that up now, and hopefully we'll get started pretty quickly. I think they're going to drag that rope around the outfield just to take any water off it, like they usually do. Don't forget to give us a like if you're watching. Helps to grow the channel. If you're enjoying what you're watching so far, please subscribe as well, so you won't miss out on further watch-alongs. Like Simply Joy has. She's liked and subscribed. Thank you for that, Simply Joy. Some chocolate biscuits in there. Huh? Don't forget to hit the notification bell, guys, because I'm going to be doing some of the European Championships when they start in a couple of weeks' time. Some live watch-alongs, plus the cricket, the T20 World Cup, which starts next week. Hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any of the live watch-alongs. Oh, don't bother with the coffee. The dog's fallen asleep. Is he falling asleep?
Hold it.
Yeah, see. Taking an extra long ad break, I think, while they just dry the outfield out. Because I can't see anything at the moment. It's not, the pictures haven't come back on. Thanks for the hearts, Simply Joy. You're on the screen. You see? You're not missing anything. It's just advertisements at the moment. They must be still dry in the outfield because they haven't restarted yet. They've got all the covers off. Everyone's off the field, but the players are not back on yet. Although they are ready to go back on. They must be just waiting for the umpires to tell them to come back. Josh Butler coming down the stairs, so he must be ready to go on. Just showing the wickets now. It was raining even when Archie took that first wicket. It was raining. Just showing Adil Rashid's catch. That's a good catch, that. Because he didn't get underneath it, but he clung onto it. Players are back on anyway, just waiting for the batsman now. Restarting, well, 1 minute. Mark Wood to finish his over off. 2 balls to go. So Mark Wood on his way to the wicket and bowls a full one just outside the off stump that is driven away through backward point, and it goes to the boundary for 4 runs. He's got a wicket as Mark Wood, but he's been a bit expensive. 1 for 29 off 3 overs. He runs in and bowls again. It's a short one that is dabbed down by Usman to the man on the 3rd man boundary, who throws it in, and they take another single. That's 1 for 30 off his 3 overs. Mark Wood, Pakistan 96 for 5. Usman 21 off 11, so he's doing well. Iftikhar is 5 off 2. Adil Rashid coming on to bowl the next over. So he runs in now. Runs in and bowls. A ball on the off stump that's cut to short 3rd man, and there's no run. The 3rd man there is on the 30-yard circles, and it went quickly to him. No chance of a single. Comes in again to bowl. One that drifts into the leg stump and is driven gently to the right of the the deep mid on. But it looks like the man on the mid-wicket boundary ran across to field it. But anyway, whichever one it was, they've taken the single. Must be a bit of damp on the outfield because Adil was just using a towel to dry that ball out. You need it dry to be able to grip it to spin it. So Iftikhar to face. Adil Rashid comes into ball. Ball that's short and coming in at the batsman. He cuts it off middle stump to the man at short third man again, and there's no run. Comes into bowls again. Bowls. One that's on the leg stump. It's turned away through mid-wicket. And they take a single. Balls again. One that's tossed up and he hits it high in the air. And over the wide mid-off for 6 runs. It was tossed up, was that one. The batsman got down low to get underneath it to lift it up. And he gets one that he goes back to on the middle stump. He turns it out into mid-wicket again. And man on the mid-wicket boundary comes in, does the fielding, and it's just a single. End of the over. $105 for 5 off 12. Liam Livingstone coming back on to bowl some of his off spinners. 8 off his only over so far, Livingstone. Mixture of off spinners and medium pacers he bowls. You never know which one he's going to bowl. But he comes in now to bowl. That's more like a medium pacer, but on the leg stump, the batsman tries to heave it down the leg side, gets a glove on it. It goes fine down to fine leg. I was given a wide for that. I don't say I was given a wide for it. I'm sure it is. Oh no, it's his body. Well, that should be a leg by then, shouldn't it? Anyway, that's another one that's down the leg side. Full down the leg side this time. Another wide by the looks of things. Comes in again to bowl. This time it's on the middle stump. It's hit high in the air. It bounces just before Chris Jordan deep long on. Who feels it on the bounce and they take another single. Just didn't carry to him. Just dropped a bit short as he tried to hit it over the top of him. Comes in and bowls again. That's just short on the middle stump. The batsman goes back. Hits it to wide mid-on. That's Chris Jordan again who runs in. He has to make a bit of ground to his right, and they've taken 2. There's now 31 from 16. Livingstone into ball again. Short again, middle on the leg stump. It's pulled square. Jofra Archer on the backward square boundary runs in, keeps it down to a single. Livingstone in again. Bowls tossed up this time, still on the middle stump. It just dabs it away onto the leg side. All the leg side fielders are deep. Livingstone has to do the fielding himself, runs from where he was onto the leg side, feels it, but they've taken two. Last ball of the over. Runs in on balls to Iftikhar. That's short on the off stump. He cuts it away. Diving stop by Rashid. Keeps it down to one. That's the end of the over. 114 for 5. Looks like there might be a ball in change. Is it Chris Jordan coming back on? Maybe saving Adil Rashid's last over for a bit later on. Mm.
Do you have washing machine there? Oh, Tika.
Yeah, it is Chris Jordan to start again from his second over. Runs in and bowls. It's pitched up on the off stump. It's driven, but stopped at extra cover by Moeen Ali, and it's a single. Jordan bowls again, short outside the off stump. This time it's cut down past the right hand of the man at short third and down to the boundary for 4. Wasn't that bad a ball. It's just good batting from the batsman. It was just slightly short outside the off stump, and he's chopped it down wide of Adil Rashid at short third man on the circle and down to the boundary for 4. Looks like they're going to move the third man down onto the boundary now. Maybe bring square leg back up into the circle. Yeah, that's exactly what they've done. So Jordan runs in again to bowl. Short on the off stump though, and it's pulled through mid wicket. There's a man on the mid wicket boundary. It's Will Jacks. Sends the ball back in, and there's a single. $120 for 5. Jordan in again to bowl. Short outside the off stump. Cut wide of Adil Rashid again, down to the third man boundary, and 4 runs. I thought they'd put a man down there. I thought they must have moved him out again. Same as a couple of balls before. It went wide of Adil Rashid, wide of his right hand, on that circle, and once it beat him, it was 4 runs. So they're making a change now. So the man at fine leg has gone across. They've got a backward point on the boundary. Put a short third man in and a wide gully by the looks of things. And that's wide again. It's cut through the point. Point fielder on the boundary fields, gets the ball in quickly. Taking a single. Slower ball, that one, 71 miles an hour. But the batsman had plenty of time to cut it away. It was short. Yeah, so they've got like a short third man and a short gully in there on the 30-yard circle instead of someone down on the third man boundary. Chris Jordan comes in and bowls again. Short outside the off stump. It's smashed through point. Goes quickly to the point fielder, who's Phil Salt. He gets it in quick, and it's a single. Too short again from Chris Jordan, who's gone for 22 off his 2 overs, and Pakistan 126 for 5. Still at a run rate of 9.
Concentrate your thing, there.
Livingston to bowl his third over. Comes in now to bowl to Usman, who dances down the wicket to a ball that's full on his leg stump. He's hit it straight down the ground to Chris Jordan, who takes a tumbling catch 10 yards in from the boundary. Chris Jordan never drops catches. As soon as that was in the air and Chris Jordan was going to get to it, there was no chance of him dropping it. It was a quicker ball on the leg stump. He came a step or two down the wicket, hit it high in the air, high and flat, and Chris Jordan, 5 yards round to his left, came in from the boundary and took a low catch. So Usman's gone for 38. Again, a wicket that he didn't need to throw away. He was doing well. They've still got the best part of 6 overs to go. Didn't need to throw his wicket away like that. And the Pakistani batsmen have been guilty of throwing wickets away when they didn't need to. They've been going on at 9 and over without even really trying. As soon as they try to do something silly, they've got out. Next batsman in, Shaheen Afridi. 66 matches, 110 runs at an average of 11. So we're not expecting him to go mad, are we? For the first time in a long time, that run rate's dropped below 9. Mid-off and mid-on are still back on the boundary. As Livingston comes into bowl, short, coming in on his off stump, played out into the covers, it's picked up and there's no run. Livingston into ball again. Another one that's short. He's trying to pull it away and it's hit his off stump and he's out. Short and sweet. Ball that was just short of length, that's just drifting in with the arm from the right arm round. He took a wild swing across the line of the ball. He's missed it completely and it's hit his off stump. So he's gone for a duck. Another wicket thrown away. You know, with the best part of 5.5 overs to go, they've lost 7 wickets. They're in danger of getting bowled out, which is, well, that's just criminal. Naseem Shah now comes in. And Livingston has taken 2 wickets in this over. He's only scored 25 runs at an average of 6.25. So they haven't got much batting left, haven't Pakistan now? Livingston comes in, bowls, full one on the middle stump. It's driven to a short mid-off. It's fielded by Bairstow and there's no run. Bowls again, full on the leg stump. It's just played straight back to the bowler who takes a bit of a tumble to his leg side, feels it and there's no run. Last ball of the over. Bowls, full again on the middle stump, driven straight back at the bowler who feels it. That's the end of the over and that's a double wicket maiden. No, they are rare as hen's teeth in T20 games. It's great bowling by Livingston. 126 for 7 with 5 overs to go. Jofra Archer's back on to bowl his 3rd over. Iftikhar to face. 16 from 11. Looks like the fine leg's going down to the boundary. The 3rd man's going down to the boundary. So Archer comes into bowl. Short, wide. Tries to cut it. It goes over the top of the bat. And Iftikhar has missed a golden opportunity to cut one there. The wicketkeeper takes it, no run. I think it was just the pace that beat him. It bounced off the top of his bat. He didn't get really anywhere near it. So Archer comes into ball again. It's fuller this time. On middle and off stump, it's pushed out to mid-on, who comes running in off the boundary, and the batsmen take a single. Archer comes in again, bowls full outside the off stump. It's squirted away through point. Man on the boundary comes in, fields, and the batsmen go through for a single. I think it's 4 batsmen in the Pakistani batting order that have got single-figure scores. The middle order batting has let Pakistan down today after a good start. Jofra Archer on his way again. Comes in and bowls. Slower ball. Full outside your stump that's hoiked down to mid-on. Fielder on the mid-on boundary feels it, gets it in and is a single. False start for Archer. He runs halfway in and then the umpire stops him. He has to go back and start again. Gets in, bowls again. Short one. Batsman on the back foot managed to square it out to cover point and scurry through for a single. Poor running by the non-striker there. He didn't run his batting, and Rashid had a go at the stumps, and if he'd have hit him, he'd have been out because he wasn't running his batting. Iftikhar. Archer coming in again. And bowls short, very short. Butler does well to stop that. One hand high above his head. Must that have gone for 4 byes. Giving us a wide, obviously, that was well above his head. Archer runs in again to bowl. It's just short of length outside the off stump. It's played away off the back foot to the man on the point boundary who comes in, Johnny Bairstow, and they take a single. End of the over, 133 for 7 off 16. Archer 1 for 24 off 3. Adil Rashid coming back on to bowl his last over. Comes into Bolton Naseem. Gets one on his full on his legs. Just pokes it out to the man at short mid wicket. He feels, but they've come through for a single. Rashid into ball again. That's full on the leg stump. It's driven out to the man on the mid-wicket boundary who runs in, feels it, and they've taken another single. Rashid bowls again. That was the googly that pitched on the off stump, came into the batsman who tried to hoik it away onto the leg side, mistimed it completely. It just dribbled back down to the bowler, and there's no run. Rashid into ball again. Short, pulled away through the leg side, straight to the man on the mid-wicket boundary, and they've taken a single. Be disappointed that he missed out there as Rashid bowls again, full on the leg side. He just pokes it away to a very short mid-wicket. Butler runs round from behind the stumps, feels it. Just the 1 run. Last ball of the over for Rashid, last ball of his spell. Tosses one up. The batsman gets right underneath it. It's high in the sky. Has it got enough on it? Yes, it has. It's miles over the boundary. 6 runs. $143 for 7. Rashid 2 for 27 off his 4. Pity about that last one. But he tossed it right up and the batsman was able to get right underneath it. Hit it high over mid-on. 30 yards over the boundary for 6. Yeah, just showing that six again. Adil Rashid really tossed that one up, and the batsman climbed into it and hit it miles. Chris Jordan to bowl his third over, the 18th of the innings. You'd expect Jordan to bowl a few Yorkers now. Now that the batsmen are after going after the bowling, he's canny enough, experienced enough. Especially to Iftikhar, he's the man who's in at the moment on 20 off 16 balls. As he comes in and bowls, it's pulled away onto the leg side, down to the man on the mid-on boundary, and will come through for a single. Slower ball, 73 miles an hour. Jordan on his way again to bowl. That's short of a length into the batsman's legs. Gets his back down on it. The ball runs back up the wicket, and Jordan does his own fielding. No run. Naseem 11 off 11 balls. Is the man facing as Chris Jordan starts his run again. Comes in now and bowls. Short. Bounces over the top of the stumps as the batsman tries to force it off the back foot. It goes through, straight through to the wicketkeeper, and there's no run. Jordan coming in again. Bowls. Short and wide. Batsman tries to cut it. Misses it completely. Goes through to Butler. Close to being a wide. That must have been right on the edge. Batsman's not happy. He wanted a wide. Umpire says no. Oh yeah, it could. If the umpire had given that as a wide, there could have been no complaints. Batsman wasn't happy at all. Jordan's in again. Short, pulled, high. Drops just backward of square. Don't know if that came off the gloves or not, but Butler couldn't get round to take a catch if it had been a catch. Maybe the replay might show us whether it took a glove or something. Short. Yeah, it was off the gloves as Naseem tried to pull it away. It went high into the air. Bounced safe, didn't get anywhere near any of the fielders. They took a single after that. Iftikhar back on strike, 21 off 17. Jordan to bowl his last ball of the over. As a Mecca fielding change, as a man goes across to a short, fine leg, just inside the circle. Third man's just inside the circle. Jordan comes in to bowl. Full. Hit high into the sky. Must be a catch on here. Is someone underneath it? Yes, there is, and he's caught. Harry Brook. Nice catch. Got underneath it, steadied himself, and took it easily. And Iftikhar is out. And Pakistan 145 for 8. Jordan gets his second wicket. Nice bit of ball in that. Kept it full. Batsman got right underneath it, but tried to really pull it to the leg side. Harry Brook comes around, steadies himself, and takes a nice clean catch. It's good over that from Jordan. I think there was only 2 off it and a wicket. Iftikhar goes for 21. $145 for 8 off 18 overs. Run rate's at 8. Could have been so much more if one of the upper order batsmen had just decided to bat through. But they've all gone for big shots and thrown the wickets away. Jordan 1 for 24. Looks like Mark Wood's coming on for his last over. Amir is the new batsman. Naseem is facing. He's 12 off 14. So Mark Wood's on his way. Past the umpire on balls. Short bounces over the stumps as the batsman moves to the leg side to try and give himself a bit of room to cut the ball away. Misses it. Goes through to Butler and there's no run. 91 miles an hour. I think if I was facing bowling at 91 miles an hour, I'd step away to leg as well. It's like the sun shines out now at the Oval. Bit of late evening sunshine. As Mark Wood begins his run in again. Comes in and bowls. Short again. That bounces over the top of the batsman who's going down the leg side. It goes through to the wicket keeper. Is he given a wide? He's saying 1 for the over. I don't know if he's given a wide or not. I don't think he's given a wide. He's just given it as a 1 bouncer for the over. So Mark Wood on his way again. Balls. So onto the. It was a full ball on the leg stump. The batsman stepped away to the leg side again to give himself room, and he's actually driven the ball over the top of the mid-off fielder, who was actually up rather than back. It's gone over the top of his head. He's just on the edge of the circle there. It's gone over his head. He put his hand up, tried to jump to catch the ball, but he was never going to catch that. It's gone over his head and back down to the boundary for 4. Short again. That's hit the batsman. Butler catches it. Is it a wicket? It is a wicket. It must have been off the gloves again. Batsman's walking off. Yeah, he must have hit it. After that last one, there was no way that this one was going to be pitched up. It's another short ball. Batsman got into all sorts of trouble. Didn't know where it was. It's hit his gloves. It's gone high up in the air. And Butler's taken a few steps to his right to take a simple catch. And that's the 9th wicket gone. And Pakistan are in danger of getting bowled out before they finish their innings. $149 for 9. Second wicket for Mark Wood. So Harris is in now and he faces Mark Wood, who pitches one up. Harris gets his bat down. It drops down in front of him. Mark Wood, in his follow-through, picks the ball up. There's no run. A 93-mile-an-hour ball. Last ball of the 19th over. Wood into him. Ball's short. Harris is driving that off the back foot. It goes to short mid-off. It was Chris Jordan. He dives to his right, parries the ball, and saves 4 as they take a single. Great bit of fielding by Jordan there. Saved England 3 runs. That was going to the boundary if he hadn't stopped that. 150 for 9. 1 over left. Amir none. He hasn't faced a ball yet. Harris 1 off 2. Harris will be facing this last over. Mark Wood's fastest ball in his spell was 95.4 miles an hour. That's serious pace. Jofra Archer to bowl the last over. 1 for 24 his figures so far. In he comes and bowls. That's short outside the off stump. The batsman takes a wild swing as it goes flying past his off stump. Throw to the wicketkeeper and there's no run. Archer on his way again. Bowls. Slower ball. Full outside the off stump. The batsman tries to swing it through to the leg side. Gets what I can only describe as a toe end of the bat, and it goes to the third man boundary. The man's fine on the third man boundary, so he has to run across to his right. I think they ran 2 there. I think Harris got 2 for that. What's the choky end of his bat, because that wasn't exactly where he was facing. He was trying to hit it. 152 for 9. Archer in again, bowls. Full ball on the off stump. The batsman's carved that straight of the wickets on the leg side, down to the boundary, 4 runs. It was a pull shot, but he got it straighter than where he was aiming, and it went to deep long on. But deep long on couldn't make it from his wide position. 4 runs. Short ball from Archer. I don't know whether they're giving a wide for that. The batsman wants a wide. Umpire says 1 for the over. But he hasn't given a wide. Batsman is not happy. Haris Rauf. After that last ball, there was no way he was going to get another one pitched up. Archer balls again. Shorter one. Carved outside the off stump, going down to the third man. Went down to the third man. The man on the third man boundary couldn't make it for the catch, but he throws it in. The batsman ran for the second. The return was good. Butler takes the bails off, and it's a run out. And Pakistan are all out. Sliced down to the third man boundary. The third man couldn't get round to it, but he picks up quickly, throws it in on the run, straight to the wicket keeper, and he's going to be run out by 5 yards. He was nowhere near it. And that's the end of the innings. 157, Pakistan all out. England need 158 to win. Phil Salt's running off quickly because he's going to get padded up to open the innings, as will Josh Butler. I think it's a below par score, is that? I think that Pakistan at one stage were going at 9 and over. They would have been expecting 180, 190, 157. Well, the bowlers left the ball well to defend that score. So Usman Khan top scored with 38. Babar Azam with 36. Rizwan with 23 and Ahmed with 21. And after that, it was all low scores. 2 wickets for Livingston, 2 for Rashid, 2 for Mark Wood, and 1 each for Archer Jordan and Moeen Ali. Adil Rashid was superb. 4 overs, 2 for 27. Liam Livingston took 2 for 17. So what do you think? Is that enough? I personally don't think so, but we shall see. Get your comments in, guys. Let me know what you think. Have Pakistan got enough? Are their bowlers good enough to bowl England out? Did they let themselves down, or did England bowl well? What do you think? Get your comments in. Can't imagine that 157 is going to be enough to beat this England side, especially if Josh Butler and Phil Salt get going. But we shall see shortly. I think England fly out to the Caribbean tomorrow, the full squad. What do you think of England's chances based on the performance you've seen so far? I don't think it's been a bad bowling performance, and the fielding has been superb. And Chris Jordan took a superb catch, and so did Adil Rashid. And that run out right at the end, I mean, the ball dropped short of the third man fielder, but he didn't hang about. He got the ball in quickly. They saw what was going on, and they ran him out by a long way. So they're on the bowler, England. And people were saying that they were a bit undercooked. They haven't played much cricket, but it didn't look like it from what we've seen here. They didn't give Pakistan anything in the field. They didn't have no overthrows or misfields or anything. They were superb. And I would imagine that if Pakistan don't get among the England batsmen quickly, they're going to knock these off pretty easily. But what do you think? That's my opinion. Tell me what you think. Put it down in the comments. If you've enjoyed things so far, it's a like for us, or subscribe. Let's get these subscribers going. It all helps the channel to expand. If you can do that for me, please. If you've got any comments, put them in the comments, and we'll get discussing them. What do you think was a par score for this wicket? 190? 195? We'll see in a few minutes, because England will be batting in a few minutes. There's not much of a turnaround in these T20 games. I think they're doing a new rule during the World Cup where I think it's 30 seconds between overs. And if you do that, if you exceed the 30 seconds between the overs, as far as I remember, you get a warning. If you do it again, you get a second warning. And then if you do it a third time, you get a 5-run penalty. So what they're trying to do basically is get these games over and done with quickly. no messing about in the fields. None of these long meetings between captain and bowlers and whatever you're trying to sort out a field. You've got 30 seconds in between the overs to get it done. And I think that's all to do with giving the crowds what they want, a fast game, exciting game. So Pakistan are on the outfield at the moment practicing. The England batsman will be out shortly. And the second innings will get underway. Still looks a bit cloudy over the oval in London there, but hopefully they're all drifting away. The lights are on anyway, so we're not going to have any problem with light. It's just rain. It had forecast thundery showers for the London area, but we seem to have missed it. So we had one shower that took us off for about 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but apart from that, we've been lucky to get a game in because it's been miserable here all day. Well, it's been a miserable summer so far. We haven't had any cricketing weather, really. I think Stuart Broad is on the TV at the moment. They're interviewing him. I think he thinks that England are on top. They're just going through Adil Rashid's wickets, the way he bowled, because he did bowl superbly. And they were talking about him being a bit undercut. He hasn't played for a few weeks, but he just dropped into it as if he'd never missed a game. He's going to be vital for England when they get to the World Cup on those slow West Indian pitches, because they're not as quick as they used to be. Him and Moeen Ali, Livingston, who bowled well today. And if you think about our pace bowlers, if Chris Jordan as backup to Wood and Archer, we've got a formidable bowling side. Just need the batting to fire now. Need the middle order to fire. It does look cool there. It does look cool. It's a bit windy out there, as it's been all day here. The Pakistan fielders are coming onto the boundary now. I think they've all got these hand warmers in the pockets, because you can see them shaking them around now and putting them in the pockets to keep their hands warm. So they'll be feeling it. And Babar Azam's just gathering them around him on the boundary for a quick pep talk as the two batsmen, Butler and Salt, make their way down the steps onto the field. If Phil Salt gets going and Josh Butler, this score will disappear quickly. The crowd just clapping the batsman onto the field. Former England captain describes the batting as an aggressive England batting lineup, and you've got to agree with him. They are all attacking batsmen. If you bowl poorly to them, they're going to smash you around the park. Two England batsmen just doing a bit of stretching while they wait for the Pakistanis to finish their team huddle and get onto the pitch. Right, looks like they're ready to go. Batsmen make their way out. Umpires are waiting for them. 158 to win. Looks like a Shaheen Afridi has got the ball in his hand, so it looks like he's going to bowl the first over, as you would expect. Just trying to see which batsman's taking the first ball. Afridi left arm over the wicket. Fast bowler. Wonder if he'll get any in swing while the ball's new. Looks like Phil Salt's going to take the first ball. Batsman settles now. As a Shaheen Afridi, left arm over, begins his run up. He's in now on balls, and that's full, swinging in. Salt squeezes it out to wide mid off, and they run through for a single. Almost Yorker length, got his bat down and squeezed it out. Took a comfortable single. But it looks like there was a bit of swing there in that first ball, as you would expect, but it won't be long before it's straight up and down. Yeah, definitely swung. Comes in now, bowls again. Just short, cuts into the batsman who plays it on the offside, tried to turn it onto leg, but I think it hit him on his pads. And they scamper through for a leg by. It was just short of a length, and it just cut into Butler, who tried to play it on the leg side. Got it on the pads, and it ran out on the offside, and they ran through for a leg by. Salt facing, gets one that's pitched up and swinging back into him on the off stump. He's got an inside edge to that. Got it out to mid wicket, and they get through for another single. Josh Butler to face his next ball as Afridi runs in. That's short. It's edged wide of the slip, down to the third man boundary, and it's 4 runs. Butler just, he may have run that off the face of the bat, but it looks like he was hanging the bat out, got an outside edge, and down to the boundary it went, wide of the short third man. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He might have angled the bat there. Afridi balls again. That's pitched up on the leg stump, full length ball that's driven square to the man on the boundary, and they take a single. Swinging half volley on the leg stump, the batsman not going to miss out on that. He'd be disappointed that he's got it straight to that man on square leg boundary, because that was a ball asking to be hit to the boundary for 4. Last ball of the over. Freedy starts his running, left arm over the wicket, and he bowls, and that's down the leg side, and that will be a wide, and it is. Looks like Pakistan are dropping the deep move wicket onto the boundary. Is this a fake? Are they expecting the batsman to see that and think, oh, it's going to be a short one and it'll be a full swinger again? Can't imagine they're going to be a short one. And it's not, it's full. And it's driven by, that's brilliant fielding at the short mid-on. Butler drove that, and I thought it was going past the right hand of that man at mid-on. He dived full length and stopped it in his right hand, and that was great fielding. In fact, that was Phil Salt, not Butler. I thought that was going for 4, and I was sure that I'd beaten the man there at short mid-on, but he dived full length and saved 3 runs. And that's 10 off the first over. It's a good start for England. No real worries. Looks like the second over is going to be bowled by Naseem. Another fast bowler, right arm over. This young kid really can get his pace up. He's coming off a 30-yard run. Phil Salt is ready to face him. As he comes in and bowls. And that's full on the off stump. That's driven through extra cover by Phil Salt for 4 runs. Superb. Just hanging back in his crease there. Didn't come too far forward, but the ball was a full half volley, and he's driven that beautifully to the boundary. Yeah. Straight through extra cover for 4. Comes in again, bowls. That's on the off stump. It's played into the covers there. Fielded, and there's no run. 88 miles an hour. Naseem coming in again and bowls one that's short. Phil Salt looks like he tried to just spoon that onto the leg side. Missed it completely. It's gone over the top of his middle stump and through to the wicket keeper. Like he was just trying to shovel it onto the leg side. Yeah. And that went over his stumps and then swung as it got to the wicket keeper. It swung away after it had pitched. Comes in again and bowls. It's on the leg side. He's smashed that off his legs through square leg. The square leg man on the boundary is backward square. That's gone square and straight into the boundary ropes for 4. Look at you. That dog covered up like that. Just flicked off his hip there by Phil Salt. And it raced to the boundary. Not trying to overhit it, just timed it, used the pace to get it to the boundary. Nassim comes in and bowls again. That's short outside the off stump. Salt comes down the wicket to him. Looks to drive him straight back over his head, missed it completely, and it goes through to the wicketkeeper. I don't think Phil Salt needs to do this. I mean, he just has to wait for the bad balls that they are coming. He doesn't have to dance down the wicket and take the risks. Not at this stage. It's only the second over. Nassim comes in again to bowl his last ball of his over. That's just short on the off stump. It's drilled to cover point. Who feels it, and there's no run. $18 off 2. 18 for none off 2. Salt 11, Buttler 5. It's looking a bit dark there now. There's some dark clouds over the oval. I hope that's not going to be rain coming down on us. Don't need that, especially this far into the game. Afridi again for his second over. Comes in and bowls. That's short on the off stump. It's played out into the covers by Buttler. There's no run. Just saying there, the commentators, that maybe Shaheen is just carrying a slight injury in his ribs as he bowls. That's on the leg stump, just turned off his legs. Or was it a leg by Buttler? It didn't go far, but we went far enough to be able to run through for a single. I think that's given us a leg by. Yeah. Wicketkeeper, who was a big guy, dived to his left to parry the ball. They still took a single, but he's a big fella as the wicketkeeper. Phil Salt to face Shaheen. He comes in, he bowls. That's short outside the off stump. He tries to pull it, misses it, and it goes through to the keeper. No run. I think it looked there that he pulled. He was a bit too soon on the ball. I think he was expecting it to be a bit quicker, and it wasn't. He missed it by playing too soon. Up for the next ball. Sheen bowls. That's on his legs. He turns it away through backward square. The man comes round off the boundary, gets the ball in, and they take a single. England 20 for none. For Buttler, they're dropping the third man down onto the boundary and bringing square leg into the circle. The Shaheen comes in and bowls. That's short on the leg side. Buttler tries to play it on the leg side, gets an outside edge that flies down to third man on the boundary, and they take a single. Phil Salt to face last ball of the over for Shaheen. He runs in and bowls. That's down the leg side. That swings even wider down the leg side, and that's gone for 4 byes, 4 wides. And that ball will have to be bowled again. It pitched just outside the leg stump, and as it went past the batsman, it swung even wider. The wicketkeeper had no chance of getting down to that. Yeah. And it went down to the boundary at a rate of knots. And that's 4 free runs for England, that. Wow, that wicketkeeper, when he dives and hits the floor, he must be able to feel it. He's a big guy. So Shaheen bowls that wide again. Phil Salt just taking his time getting ready. He comes into and bowls again. That's on the off stump. Going across, Phil Salt that time. He tries to drive it, missed the outside edge, and it goes through to the keeper. It's a good ball, that one. He's been bowling in swingers and then suddenly pushes one across the batsman and almost got the outside edge. 26 for none off 3. And Shaheen's gone for 16 off his 2 overs. Salt 12 from 12, Buttler 6 from 6. So they're going at a runner ball, which is going to be more than enough to win this game. Bowling change for Pakistan. After 1 over from Naseem, it's going to be Amir. Amir comes in and bowls left arm over. It's short outside the off stump, and Butler's run that through backward points. The fielder can't make it, and it goes to the boundary for 4. Nicely played by Butler. Didn't try to overhit it, just steered it through backward point. And once it went past that fielder, he was never going to catch up with it. Amir with his left arm over quicks, runs in again and bowls. On the off stump, it's Butler tried to drive that. It didn't time it very well. Got a bit of a thick inside edge that went down to the man feeling at mid-on, and there's no run. I'm here to bowl again. That's short on the leg side. Butler tried again to play it onto the leg side. Got a thick outside edge that's actually gone through backward point to the man on the backward point boundary, and he takes a single. The second time he's tried to turn one onto leg side and got a thick outside edge that's flown out that way. Was in the air for a long time, but with the man being on the boundary, there was never a catch. I mean, he runs in again and bowls. That's short, and Butler's pull that over the top of wide mid-wicket for 6 runs. And in fact, it's not Butler, it's Salt, because Butler took the single last over, their last ball. Yeah, short and wide. It's what Salt's been looking for. He's been looking to it them on the leg side. And he's got that very straight. There is a man on the mid-wicket boundary, but that was far too straight for him to catch that. And now he drives one through the covers off the back foot, and that's going all the way to the boundary for 4 as well. That's 2 great balls for Phil Salt, a 6 and a 4, and England are 41 for none. There is a man in the covers there, but it went past his left hand at a rate of knots, and he was never going to catch that. And once it's beaten him, that's 4. One more ball to go. 15 off the over so far. It's a good over for England. And that's short on the leg stump. That's gently played out into the covers by Salt. The run a single. That's 16 off the over. And Salt is 23 off 15. And England are 42 for no loss off 4 overs. And we always thought that if the Pakistani bowlers didn't get into the England batting early on, that these England batsmen would take this score down really quickly, and so they have. Already 42 of them needing 159. Naseem going to bowl his second over. The first one went for 8. He's going to bowl his second over now. Naseem starts with one that's short outside the off stump. Salt has pulled it over the top of the mid-wicket boundary again for 6 runs. It just seemed to be so easy as well. He didn't have to swing hard. He just went with the flow of the bat and smashed it over mid-wicket for 6. All you have to do is go to your subscribed.
No, just type it there.
Oh. Naseem's bowling again. That's outside the off stump. It's pulled. Didn't time it properly. It drops about 3/4 of the way to the boundary on the leg side. Salt takes a single. It was short outside the off stump, coming into his legs. He went to pull it away. Didn't really time it. Probably a bit of a top edge that went to backward square, 3/4 of the way to the boundary, dropped in the outfield, and the single's taken. Buttler back onto strike as the bowler runs in. And that's well, how do you describe that? I mean, that was a half volley outside the off stump, but Butler's stepped way across to the offside and just flicked it down leg side, wide of the third man, and down to the boundary for 4. Unbelievable. He had to go miles outside the off stump to flick that on the leg side. He got it perfectly timed. He just flicked it away. Didn't try to hit it too hard. And the man on the boundary did a Superman dive. He was never going to get there in a million years, but it's a great dive. And Buttler comes down the wicket to one that's short, and he swung it away on the leg side, over wide mid-on for a 6. Couple of steps down the wicket and smashed it over wide mid-on for 6. And England are already up to 59. We know Buttler can do this. When he gets going, he smashes it a long way, and he did that one. Just a couple of steps down, and wow, right out the middle of the bat. Never going anywhere else but 6. And another ball that's full on the off stump, and he's smashed it through backward point on the offside for another 4. And Butler's taken them apart now, and England are 63 for none after 4.5 overs. And in this over, it's gone 6-1, 4, 6-4. 21 off this over so far with the ball left. He just gives himself a bit of room and drives it, slices it through backward cover point. There's no man on that boundary there, and it's gone for 4. The fielders didn't move. Last ball of the over. He comes in and bowls. That's short, and Butler's pulled it through mid-wicket, and it smashes into the boundary before even if any of the fielders can move. He got that right out the middle of the bat, and that went like a rocket to the boundary. And that's gone for 25 as that over. I think that's the last we'll see of him. That's 67 off 5 overs. More than 12 and over. Great start for England. Hey, 23. Yeah, full on wide. Thanks for watching. Premier League stats. Come on, England. Yeah. Come on, England. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit a like or subscribe, guys, if you're enjoying the stream. As Amir comes in for his second over. And that's short on the middle stump, and that's been squeezed through backward point again. And that runs to the boundary for 4 runs. I didn't expect that to go there. He must have timed that beautifully. It was just short of length on the middle stump, and he's just steered that through backward point on the offside. And that was run away at a rate of knots. Yeah, just angled back, just let it run away. And he's got it in the gap, and the fielder's got nowhere near it. And England are chasing this score down very quickly. So he runs in again and bowls. That's short. He tries to pull it. It's parried by the goalkeeper, by the wicket keeper. He must have edged it because he's given it as 4 byes. It's gone down to the boundary for 4. The wicket keeper parried it. It's gone down to the fine leg boundary for 4. And there must have been an edge because the umpire signalled it. The wicket keeper's dropped him. Phil Salt's been dropped, apparently. Must have been a very fine edge, but the outcome is that it's 4 runs. The wicketkeeper should have taken that. It wasn't a difficult catch, just moving to his left. And he's just parried it down to the boundary. That's poor by the wicketkeeper. Next one is a full ball on the off stump that Salt tries to drive down the ground, mistimes it, and it just runs back down to the bowler in his follow through. No run. England are 75 for none after 5.3 overs. I mean, they're almost halfway there. Amir runs into ball again and bowls. And that's shot outside the off stump, and that's been smashed through backward point. But now they've got a man on the backward point boundary. So it goes to him. But they still run 2. That's good running by the England batsman. And Salt's on to 40 off 21 balls. He's on fire at the moment. The England running between the wickets is putting these boundary fielders of Pakistan's under pressure, and they're not getting the ball in quickly enough. And England are getting 2s where the Pakistani batsmen were only taking 1. And that's been the difference so far. Phil Salt on 40 not out. Gets a full one. Again, he hits down to that man on the backward point boundary. This time it's gone straight at him, and they take a single. Amir running in again. Comes in and bowls, and that one's short into the body of Butler. Plays it straight back down the bats to the bowler. He feels it in his follow through, and there's no run. And that's the end of the first power play for England, and they've hit a run rate of 13 and over. Great batting by the England pair. Just looking at the pitch marks of the Pakistani bowlers, and they have bowled a lot short. I mean, the ball was swinging early on, and they haven't got much pitched up. It's all short. But it's a second power play, so Pakistan are allowed 2 more fielders outside the 30-yard circle. It's Haris Rauf to bowl, his first ball of the match. Right arm over, runs in and bowls. That's an outside edge, a ball that's pitched up outside the off stump, and it flies down to the 3rd man boundary for 4 runs. 4 more to Phil Salt. He goes on to 45 off 23. So he's nearly striking at 200. Butler's 29 off 14. Harris again runs in and bowls. That's short on the leg side. That's pulled away through mid-wicket, straight to the man on the boundary, who takes the catch, and Salt's gone. Unlucky for Salt. It could have gone either side of him and they wouldn't have seen it, but it went straight to the man on that mid-wicket boundary. Yeah, it found him, went straight to him. The fielder didn't even have to move. Just a bit more elevation off it, and that would have gone straight over his head for 6, because he was only a couple of yards off the boundary when he took the catch. So a bit more elevation, and that would have been 6. But England are 1 down now, 82 for 1. And Phil Salt goes for 45. Looks like it's Will Jacks to come in, first wicket down. A promising young batsman is Will Jacks. He can hit it a long way. Just needs to get himself established in the England side. So Harris makes the breakthrough. So Harris runs in again as he bowls to Jacks, who smashes one through the covers. First ball, it was short and wide outside the off stump, and he smashed it through extra cover for 4. Great start for Will Jacks. Poor ball by Harris, have to be said. Nasser Hussain saying it was a fraction wide. It was a long way wide. It was a poor ball. Fraction wide, it was well wide. Balls again. That's pitched up on the middle stump, and that's smashed through square leg to the man on the square leg boundary. More of an inside edge than a proper drive, but he gets a single for it anyway. But it was inside edges as the ball was angled in at him. But it was a full ball. I would have thought he would have been looking to drive it a bit straighter than that. But he got an inside edge, and it went to the square boundary for a single. Harris comes into ball again. That's short. It's pulled by Butler. There's a man on the square leg boundary, and he only had to move 5 yards to his left to get it, and he hit it like a rocket, and they got nowhere near it, and it smashed into the boundary before the man even moved. He's timed that beautifully off his hips. It was hip high, short, and he's got it right out the middle of the bat. And that's flown to the boundary. He runs in again and bowls, and that's full. Slower ball. And he tried to do what he did last time, move right outside the off stump and flick it over the leg side. Because it was a slower ball, he missed it completely, went under his bat and through to the wicketkeeper. But England are 91 for 1. Get your comments in, guys. What do you think? Surely England are not going to lose it from here. Don't forget to hit a like and a subscribe. Let's get this channel moving if we can. Shadab to bowl. A bit of spin for the first time in the England innings. Jacks to face. Gets a ball that's full on his middle stump and he just plays it straight back to the bowler. Shadab comes in and bowls. That's short, and that's driven off his hips down to long on, to the man on the long on boundary, who feels it, and they've taken a single. Jacks moves on to 6 from 4. Butler 33 from 16. I can't imagine that Butler's going to let Shadab just bowl at him like that. If there's anything pitched up, I'm sure Butler will be looking to launch him down the ground. We'll see as he comes in and bowls. That's short and it's pulled away off the back foot to the man coming in off the mid-wicket boundary, and he takes a single. The rest of the England team, they're looking pretty relaxed. As Shadab bowls to Jacks, who gets one on his leg stump, and he just drives it down to long on, and comes in and fields, and there's another single. Comes in and bowls again. Butler comes down the wicket, turns it onto the leg side. The man from the square leg boundary comes in, fields, and the batsman take another single. Comes in and bowls. Shorter one this time. That's pulled off the back foot through mid-wicket. Man on the boundary comes in, fields, and another single is taken. 5 off the over. Not a bad over, that. Didn't give anything away. Nothing wide, nothing short. All on target. And the batsmen have just basically milked him for 5 singles. Don't need to do anything more than that. 96 for 1. Butler 35. Jacks 8. Jacks will be facing Harris for his second over. Hey 23M, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. As Harris bowls a short one outside the off stump, that Butler goes to, no, Jacks goes to cut. The bounce beats him, it goes through to the wicketkeeper, and there's no run. Harris runs in again and bowls. Good length ball outside the off stump that Jacks aims a drive at. It flashes past his off at the edge of his bat and goes through to the wicketkeeper. It's a good ball by Harris. He's not giving anybody any width outside the off stump to carve him away. Could have easily got the edge from Jacks there. Harris on his way again. And he bowls. Another one that's short. And he's dropped him. That must have been an outside edge by Jacks as he looked to swing one away on the leg side. It's gone high to the wicketkeeper's right-hand side, but he's parried it and dropped it. And that's the second catch he's dropped as the batsmen have come through for a single. Again, that's another one that you would expect him to catch. Good bowling again by Harris. Regulation edge that went head height to the wicketkeeper, but he should be hanging on to them, and he's just parried it and dropped it on the floor. And Harris is not a happy bunny. As he comes in and bowls outside the off stump again, Buttler aims a drive at him, misses it. It goes flashing past his outside edge through to the wicketkeeper. No run. Bowling well, it's Harris. Harris again. Comes in and bowls short. Butler's tried to pull that. It's got I think it was a toe end of the bat that's gone down to the fine leg, to the third man boundary, just wide of the keeper. And it's gone for 4 runs. Got to choke the end of his cue there. Yeah, tried to pull it. Got the toe end of the bat. It's gone down to third man. 4 runs. Harris coming in for his last ball of this over. Butler to face. One that's outside the off stump. He's aimed a drive at it. This time he has edged it. The wicketkeeper has actually clung onto this one, and Butler's gone, caught behind. 39 off 21, but Butler has to go. And England are 101 for 2. And I think Harris has deserved that. He had one dropped in the over. He's gone past the outside edge a couple of times. And this time Butler has edged it. And this time the wicketkeeper has clung onto it. Yeah. Nasser is saying that he's deserved it, and I've got to agree with him. He's bowled well since he come on. Johnny Bairstow into bat. Salt gets one on his stumps that he plays straight back down to the batsman, and Bairstow and the bowler fall over each other. One evading the ball, one trying to field it. In fact, Bairstow stood on the ball and fell over. Shadab bowls again. Salt hits one straight to cover point, to extra cover. No run. Shadab again to Salt. Full. On leg stump. Driven down to long on. Man on the boundary comes in. Does the fielding and there's a single. 10 to Jacks. Bairstow about to face his first ball. There's some dark clouds coming over that cricket field there, and it looks like there's a few spots of rain in here. It looks really black. I hope it doesn't spoil it, because this is only going one way. It's England's way. Shadab to bowl. Bairstow gets one just short of length on his off stump. He goes back to try and hit it through the cover. Only manages to find the fielder at short cover, and there's no run. Bowler comes in and bowls again. Bairstow again gets one on middle and off. Tries to hit it off the back through the covers. Only managed to get an inside edge that rolls back down the pitch to the bowler, and there's no run. Bairstow comes forward to this next one. Pushes it back down the pitch. Back to the bowler, there's no run. Hare 23M, yeah. I'm praying it doesn't rain as well. These two Pakistani bowlers seems to have just tightened things up a bit. Got a couple of wickets, just drag things back, but I still think that England are too far ahead of the game at the moment to lose this. They've got to have a catastrophic collapse to lose this game now. Don't forget to hit the like. Subscribe if you will, please. If you hit that notification bell, you won't miss any of the other live streams that we're going to do. Cricket and football. 102 for 2, England, after 10 overs. Target of 159. So they want 56 more runs to win off 60 balls. Both sides have just had a drink. But looking at the pictures there, those clouds look really black over the oval at the moment. I hope it's not going to rain. Doesn't look good at the moment. Haris Rauf has taken 2 for 18 at the moment. He's been by far the best Pakistani bowler so far. Oh, those clouds look really threatening. It's Harris to continue. Will he bowl him out, or will he leave him with 1 over to spare? I don't suppose he can afford to. He needs wickets. He's not going to restrict England, so he'd have to bowl Harris out. He'd have to bowl his 2 overs and hope he can get a couple more wickets. Jacks to face him. Usually runs in and bowls. Gets one back of a length, wide of the off stump. Jacks aims an expansive drive at the ball, misses it completely, and it goes through to the wicketkeeper. Bairstow just goes down the wicket and has a quick chat with him. Just saying, no, come on, you don't need to do this. We're winning this easy. He runs in and bowls again. Gets one on the stumps that he managed to drive through the covers. The man on the mid-wicket boundary runs across to his right, picks the ball up just on the boundary, throws it in, but the England batsmen have taken 2. Harris on his way again. And bowls. Short. Down the leg side. Jacks actually went to the leg side to actually give himself a bit of room. The bowler followed him. Batsman ducked and it went over his head. It's good bowling by Harris because he's mixing it up. He's not just bowling a line and length and something that the batsmen are expecting. Is one short, one wide, Yorker. He's mixing it up well. Harris coming in against a ball. That's just back of a length on the middle stump. It's been driven out again to the right-hand side of the man on the mid-wicket boundary. He has to run round to his right and pick it up a couple of yards in from the boundary, and the batsman again take 2. Jacks moves on to 14. England 106 for 2, chasing 159. 10.4 overs. Harris is on his way again to bowl. That's pitched up and that's driven wide of mid-on, mid-off, all the way for 6. Slower ball. Jacks was waiting for that. It's what he wanted. He's aimed a couple of those expansive drives to balls that he's missed, but this time the slower ball, he was waiting there, got his bat right the way through the ball, and that's gone off 5 or 6 rows back into the crowd, over wide, long off for 6. Harris comes in again, last ball of the over, full, and bowls him, yoked him, knocked his off stump over, and Jacks has gone for 20. Brilliant by Harris. He's taken all 3 wickets so far. But Jacks didn't need to do that. He just hit a 6. He didn't need to throw his wicket away by swinging at a Yorker like that. It's good bowling by Harris. Really good bowling. He's been impressive. Unfortunately for Pakistan, he's only got 1 more over left. England 112 for 3. If it hadn't been for Harris, England would have won this game by now. He's bowled superbly. Yeah, he played all the way over the top of a Yorker on his off stump, and it hit his off stump at the base. Great bowling. And Bairstow gets one that's on his hip. He tries to squeeze it round the leg side. It just drops onto the offside, off his pads. No run. Shadab bowls again. Bairstow gives himself a bit of room. Manages to hit one off the back foot down to long off and gets a single. Shadab again comes into ball. That's a full ball. That's on the middle stump. Brook drives it down to long on, who comes in off the boundary, and they take a single. Harry Brook, the new batsman. England 114 for 3, needing 44 from 51 balls. Shadab and Harris have really put the screws on the England batsman after that fast start. But Bairstow gives himself room and smashes one over wide long off for 6. Stepped away to the leg side to give himself a bit of room to access that offside, and he got it out of the middle of the bat, and that flew over wide long off for 6. That went 20 rows back. He got that right out the middle of the bat. Ins again. Another full one. Bairstow's done exactly the same thing again. He's given himself a bit of room on the offside, on the leg side, and he's smashed it over wide, long off for 6. 2 6s. And England go up to 126 for 3, needing 32 off 49 balls. And up till this over, Shadab had bowled real well, but Bairstow has helped himself for 12 off the last 2 balls. And it went in exactly the same place as the first one did. Shadab comes into ball again. Bairstow gives himself a bit of room on the leg side. The ball is on the leg side. He tries to pull it through backward square. Hits him in the midriff, and there's no run. 14 off the over. Just replaying those 6s again. They both went in exactly. In fact, the guy must have caught it. He did. He took a brilliant catch in the crowd. It's about 20 rows back, and he's caught it right next to the barriers. Brilliant catch. Well done, you. Change of ball, and they've taken Harris off. Can't see the reason for that. They should have just bowled him through. He's taking wickets. There's no point in keeping him through to the end. You're not going to restrict England. They've brought Naseem back, who went for 33 off his first 2 overs. Harry Brook to face as he runs in and bowls. Short one down the leg side. That'll be a wide. And it is. $127 for 3. Naseem comes in again to re-bowl that ball. Gets one back of a length. Does Brook on his off stunt that is steered down to third man. Third man had to run round to his right, and the batsmen have run through for 2. Good running. Ballers in and balls again. A short one. Just outside the off stump that Brook tries to run down to the third man again. Misses the ball completely, and it goes through to the wicketkeeper for no run. Naseem coming in again. He bowls. And that's a back of a length ball on the leg stump that Brook has edged, and it's gone flying down to the third man boundary to the fielder, and they take a single. Smash a like for us, Guy, if you're enjoying the stream. Please consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of more watch-alongs as Nassim runs into ball. Ball's one that's short on the leg stump, and Bairstow has turned that down to the man on the square leg boundary, and he runs a single. Bairstow goes on to 14 from 9. Brook is 4 from 4. England 131 for 3. Just need 27 more runs to win. Balls. Well, I think that Harry Brook there was thinking about doing the ramp. Then he realised that the ball was too far wide of the off stump to do it, and he got into a bit of a mix-up, and he almost edged it behind to the wicketkeeper. It was a strange shot, caught in between two shots. Nassim comes in to finish his over. He bowls. Back of a length again. In at the batsman, all he can do is play it back to the bowler, and there's no run. The Pakistani bowlers have certainly tightened up after those first few overs where Buttler and Salt was smashing them all over the place. They've certainly tightened it up, but the game's gone. The game's gone from now. But they are putting up a show. They aren't giving up. Shaheen coming back on for his third over, none for 16 so far. A suggestion that he was carrying a bit of a rib injury, so he might not be at full pace. That's why they haven't bowled him so much early on when the ball was new. But they've dropped the long on back to the boundary. So must be expecting him to hit it straight as he bowls. Just gives himself a bit of space on the leg side. There's Bairstow to one that's short on his legs. He turns it out to short square leg and then trots through for a single. Shaheen turns again. Begins his run up. He's in and bowls, and that's short. And that's smashed through the covers by Harry Brook, but he finds that extra cover fielder, and there's no run. He certainly timed that. That went like a rocket to the fielder, but he stopped it. It went straight at him, unfortunately. Either side of him, he wouldn't have seen it. Shaheen comes in again. That's short. Surely that must be a wide. That was so short that he couldn't reach it. Well, the umpire's given one for the over for bouncer, but a wide hasn't been signalled, so they've maybe got away with one there. We'll see the replay, but I think that should have been a wide. I don't think Brook could reach that. There's not a chance. Maybe borderline. Let him off with that one. Shaheen runs in again. Bowls. Back of a length. Turned into the leg side. Goes to the short mid-wicket fielder. They go through for a single. $133 for 3. Shaheen again. Runs in and bowls. Back of a length on the leg stump again. Turned by Bairstow. Down to the man on backward square leg on the boundary. And they trot through for a single. 134 for 3. 24 from 37 needed. Certainly the Pakistan bowlers have pulled this back. I mean, they were going all over the shop, 6s and 4s all over. They've certainly tightened things up. Probably a bit too late now to save this game. Shaheen runs in to finish his over. Back of a length again. That's just run off the face of the bat by Brook down to the man on the third man boundary, and they jog through for a single. End of the over. 135 for 3. Brook keeps the strike, 6 off 10. Bairstow 16 off 11. Still got Moeen Ali, Livingston, Jordan to come in. So still plenty of batting. Archie can hit a ball. Even Rashid's got runs. He's got hundreds in the county championship, so he knows which end of the bat to hold. Naseem to continue, 3 for 38 off his 3 overs, last one. He bowls short. Brook goes across to the leg side, give himself a bit of room. Just plays it gently across into the covers. Straight to the short mid-off. They jog through for a single. Bairstow to face Naseem. He runs in now and bowls. That's short, and Bairstow's pulled that over square leg for 6. Great shot. He really middled that one. I'm saying short, it wasn't that short, but Bairstow picked up the length very quickly and just helped it on its way over square leg for 6. Yeah, it wasn't that short. But he's just hit that right out the middle of the bat, and that's gone 20 rows back. Didn't try to keep that down, just lifted it over square leg for 6. Balls again, that's short. And this time Bairstow's flicked it over the top of the wicket keeper. It goes down to the third man boundary for 4 runs. Clever by Johnny Bairstow. Just a delicate shot, just flicked it over the wicket keeper and down to the boundary. Yeah, just open the face of the bat and just let it run off the bat, over the top of the wicket keeper and down to the boundary. 1 bounce, 4. 12 off 33. The balls again. That's full. And that's driven straight past the bowler by Bairstow. As the man on the boundary saved it, he used his foot, a bit of football. And it looks like he has managed to keep it from going for 4. Only just. The batsmen have taken 2. I'm sure they'll look at this to see whether he touched the boundary boards or not. Oh, he's got his foot just inside in the ball and the boundary. He's managed to just football. And second time he's used his foot to keep it off the boundary as he kicked it along and then he's picked it up. He gets his left foot to it and knocks it further along the boundary. It was going into the boundary again, so he used his left foot again to flick it away. And he bends down, picks up and throws in. Good fielding. And he had a big smile on his face, so he enjoyed that as well. Bowling again, short one. This time it was a bit slower. Bairstow tried the same thing again to flick it over the wicketkeeper's head, but it was a slower ball, didn't have the bounce necessary to flick it up. It has a second bounce as it gets to the wicketkeeper and there's no run. England need 10 from 31 balls. Bairstow's 28 off 15. Bairstow facing. Gets a short one that goes over the top of his bat to the wicketkeeper. No run. End of the over. 148 for 3. Harry Brook to face the next over. Surely it'll bring Harris back. There's no point in keeping him 1 over in reserve now. Just see if he can get a bit of pride by knocking another 1 or 2 over. But we shall see. No, it looks like it's going to be Naseem. No, Naseem's finished his 4 overs, went for 51. Is Harris coming back? I thought it would be. There's no point in keeping him back any further. They want 10 from 30 balls. This partnership so far is 36 runs from 24 balls. And Bairstow's got the majority of them. Brooks only 7. Right, so Harris to bowl. Gets a short one, does Brook. He's driven it down to the third man wide. He did stop the ball from hitting the boundary, but he's signalled 4. He must have touched the boundary. So Harry Brook got a short ball that he steered down to the third man boundary. The man on the third man boundary had to run to his right. He fielded the ball, and yeah, his feet have touched the boundary as he rolled over. And that's 4. And England needs 6 to win. Harris bowls, short one. Brook tries to guide it down to the third man again, misses it, and it goes through to the keeper. 90 miles an hour from Harris. He's getting a bit of pace up. Brook 11 from 13, Bairstow 28 from 16. Harris again runs into ball 2, Harry Brook. It's a short one that he's smashed over point all the way for 6 runs, and that's it. England have won. England win by 7 wickets. Very impressive. England dominated that game. They dominated the game with the ball and with the bat. And Pakistan will be disappointed because their bowling was poor, except for Harris. And their batting, especially their middle order, let them down completely. But that's a great win for England to take to the World Cup with them, because they fly out tomorrow. Their first game on Tuesday. Yeah, that was short and wide, and he's just helped that over point, or was on the boundary, and it went miles over his head. He never looked like getting anywhere near it, and straight into the crowd for 6 runs. And what a way to finish it. Well done, Harry Brook, and well done, Johnny Bairstow. It's nice to see the middle order getting a few runs, and England get a comfortable win and win the series 2-0. What do you think, guys? Good win by England, win by 7 wickets. Impressive. Totally dominated Pakistan. Has anyone got any comments? Anything they'd like to say about that match? I'm just thankful we got a game in, because it's rained all day here, and yet the Oval there in London have managed to avoid it. England win the series 2-0 with their 2 matches washed out. Well, if no one's got any comments, I'm going to end this live stream here now. My next one will be next Tuesday, which will be the first game of England's World Cup campaign, to see if they can defend their trophy. I think it's England and Scotland, but it's about a 3 o'clock start. But if you hit that notification bell, you will be informed of when the live stream is going to start. So thanks for watching, all of you who have watched. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you'll join me next week. Until then, peace, brothers.